Hi, congratulations for making it to part 3. In this next video, we will be uh, mounting the new hot water heater into its spot and installing the door flange on the outside. And then we're going to go back up inside the hole and in the interior of the RV to take care of our igniter wiring and our controller wiring for the new hot water heater. So have fun with this one. We'll see you on the next video. We're going to go ahead and bolt this thing up to the RV, and I think we're about in the right position here. Well, that might be a little bit in our way. Let's see what we can get. I think we're going to probably have to drill pilot screws, so yeah. Okay, one pilot hole. One screw. That this is a Suburban 6-gallon tank that came out, and so the opening here was just about the perfect size for the new tankless hot water heater. If you were to have like an Atwood, I've noticed some of them, they have the longer doors. You actually have to install another 2x2 right in here to attach your hot water heater to, and then when you get the door kit will still cover that same area, big area that the Atwood has, but for the actual installation of the water heater, you have to put an extra 2x2 in here. Butyl tape's an easy deal, and we're going to start. I kind of want to pay attention to where my top and my bottom is. Okay, this is my top and this is my bottom. Now, if I can get away with it, I only want to do one seam in the butyl tape, and I want that to be on the bottom, so that water can, if anything, will drain out down there instead of up on the top where if there's any leaks it can drain in. So, I get my butyl tape started here, and then I'm going to want to kind of the backing paper on this is a little stiff and it won't go around corners well. Butyl tape itself will. So I'm going to try to be coordinated enough to actually peel this off. I'll get it started. Coordination isn't really my thing for whatever reason today. There we go. So we're going to peel that back. We're going to go up to here because we don't want to have our paper on there when we're trying to make it around the corner. So there we go around the corner. Now we're going to head on up over the hinge area. That's like real flexible down there, but I don't think there's anything real solid for that to trim onto. So, okay. And now we're going to go ahead and install some screws around the outside periphery of that. And I think we'll stay with those little screws, Nick.
I think they look good.
Yeah, I think so. And we'll probably want to pilot these holes here. Tighten that up. There we start with one screw at a time here. There we go. Alright, so like I promised, we're going to go ahead and hook up our electrical now. And this is really a lot simpler than the old hot water heater, because all we've got is a hot and a ground. And then we've got two wires that'll come out of the back of the hot water heater and end up going up to our controller. So the electrical wires you want to route above your water lines, so we're going to make sure that we're able to do that. We want to continue our routing. So our hot wire coming into this from our switch up in the coach is going to be gray, and we're going to mate that up with the hot wire on the hot water tank, which is red. When you put the wires together, they should be capable of holding themselves together without the wire nuts. So the wire nuts are, like I say, they're just covering the bare ends of the wire. They're not there to structurally see. I just wound those up and they'll stay together by themselves. I want to make sure that that is the case. Alright, there's the wire nut going on. And basically the only reason I told you that is because I'm trying to fill up space here while I'm fumbling around with this, so you guys don't get too bored. Alright, now these two blue wires, they're going to connect up our controller, but before we do anything with these, we got to figure out where we're going to put our controller first and get it mounted, run the wires down here, and then we'll hook them up. So we got busy working here, and we actually forgot to videotape this part of it, but we're going to go ahead and mount the controller up on this panel, which is right opposite of the sink in the kitchen. And so we decided we would put it right there. Now, the first thing that we're going to do to get this controller mounted up is we had to drill a hole, and this is a 1/2-inch hole that we put in here, that'll give us plenty of room to put our wire connections and stuff back through after we get it wired up. And so I went ahead and cut us some lead wires to go down to connect to the hot water tank, our hot water heater. There's no tank anymore. And we'll feed those through the line here. And then we'll go up underneath the sink and route those wires around. Probably aren't going to be able to see down here because I'm plugging up the whole hole, but these wires are coming out here, and I'm going to run these around back into the compartment where the water heater is. Alright, so I'm going in. You guys stay safe out there. Okay, welcome back to the hole. We're going to go ahead and hook up our wires going to the controller now. And so first thing I'm going to want to do is strip the ends of the wires that I just fed through from the panel up there. And that's one. That's two. Alright, you probably couldn't see that. That was probably off screen. But we're going to wire nut all this stuff together rather than butt connecting them, because it'll just make it easier to remove the connectors if we need to do something different in the future. And why not? It's not typical with DC wiring like this. All you old automotive folks probably are like, well, that's not the right kind of connector to put on there. And you know what? You're probably right. But we're not creating a dangerous or hazardous situation by doing it this way. Okay, so back up on the inside here. Now we'll go ahead and strip off these wires, kind of like what we did down on the bottom side. And once we get that done, we're gonna the wires going to the controller are really, really small wires, so we are going to actually go ahead and butt connect these up. But that's going to be really hard to do because of the way they've got the heat shrink on there. So I'm going to opt to go ahead and strip off the ends of this rather than going clear to. There we go. Well, no. These wires are so small, I don't know if my stripper even accommodates that. Alright, it doesn't. So, back in the old days, before they had strippers, you just used your teeth like that.
That's how I do it.
That's the way John Wayne did it too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Always works out.
Yeah.
That's why we have teeth.
That's exactly why we have teeth. Yes.
Yeah. The dentist might not like that, but who cares?
Oh, your dentist will love it. Make all kinds of money off
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Create more work for him. That's good.
Yeah. Now we're going to need a little bit of electrical tape. I'll grab that real fast. So you probably can't see it on the film here, but they have pre-stripped these electrical wires right here. So they had already pre-stripped and separated them. So we've got some bare wires sticking out there, and I'm going to want to go ahead and cover that up so we don't end up shorting across there. There we go. Functional test good. The wire's held. All right. Okay. So, like I said, we're probably going to go ahead and leave that for now. I just want to make sure that all this is going to fit through that hole, and it will. So, we'll go ahead and leave this for now, and we'll go ahead and start firing stuff up and see how it all works.